Look, let me start with the dark truth. Most people think work always comes with motivation. They think the path to growth always comes with motivation. Most people only start doing something when they feel motivated. But let's be real, there will be days when you have no motivation at all, and you just have to keep going instead of having that fake good feeling of motivation. You just have to continue. Motivation is like a battery. When it runs out, everything shuts down. Now that you have a general idea of how temporary motivation is, let me prove this to you in detail. 1. Motivation is temporary. Imagine you watch a motivational video on Instagram. Someone shouts telling you to chase your goal. Wake up at 5 a.m. and you'll become successful. But then, that motivation disappears and is gone. Because motivation is temporary. It happens one day, not most days. And you just wait for that one day of high motivation and don't do anything until that day comes. But that day will not come, because waiting like this is just wasting your time. Let me explain with an example. Imagine a lazy student decides overnight to study hard. He fights for 1 week, continues for 2 weeks, still has hope, but after 3 weeks, motivation is zero. Brain lagged. Why? Because a brain doesn't adapt to sudden changes. The brain adapts to gradual progress. When a student goes from 0 hours of study a day to 7 or 8 hours a day in one night, it is natural for the brain and body to resist, because the brain hasn't yet adapted to the new routine. Research at Cambridge University shows that the brain works better when progress is gradual. I already explained this topic in detail in the previous video. 2. Most people say motivation is permanent. They say when you set goals for yourself and achieve them, you get motivated to keep going and chase your next goals. But let's be real, you won't always see progress. You have to face the dark side of life too. There are times when you have to keep going without any sign of success. But are those moments of persistence useless? Absolutely not. They are the hidden potential being stored for your future. Let me explain with a real world example. Imagine a stonebreaker trying to crush a rock. They hit it 100 times with a hammer, but nothing happens. But the moment they hit it 101st time, the rock breaks. Did the rock break because of that last hit? Of course not. All 101 hits together caused the rock to break. In the first 100 hits, the Stonebreaker sees no progress, no visible result, no motivation. But those tiny hits are what eventually lead to a big change. 3. Law of attraction is just a lie. There is something everyone is wrong about. Everyone says the law of attraction is amazing. You hear people say, just imagine it, see it, and the universe will bring everything to you. To be honest, that's nonsense. Completely nonsense. Thinking won't bring money. Imagining won't bring success. Vision boards won't bring a Lamborghini. Nothing comes to you without real action. Sitting in one place and imagining you are driving a Lamborghini won't make you successful. Trust me, 80% of the law of attraction is nonsense. But the remaining 20% is worth talking about. There is a real scientific point. Its name is the reticular activating system, or RAS. It is a part of the brain that controls your focus and attention. When you focus on something, your brain starts to show you opportunities that you didn't see before. Is that the thing you call energy attraction or the universe helping you? No. That is your brain doing its work. So in short, Instagram style of law attraction is completely nonsense. The law of focus and filtering your brain is real, scientific, and powerful. 4. Many people say goals are important, but in reality, the system is more. A goal says, I want to get fit. A system says, I run every day at 7 a.m., even if it rains. You grow with your system, not with goals on paper. Sometimes the goal may be forgotten, but the past and the system are what really matter. I'm not saying the goal isn't important. No, a goal is necessary for any progress. A goal is like a compass that shows your direction. A goal is important, but the system is more important. The system is what makes you continue. So the main point is writing your goals and waiting for success is just wasting your time. 5. Addiction to motivation. As I said in the first point, motivation is temporary. Now, this temporary nature causes addiction. I'll give the same example. You see someone shouting, wake up at 5 a.m. and you will become successful, and you feel unstoppable for 13 minutes. But after that, nothing. The same old person, the same old habits, and that motivation disappears because it was temporary. And these fake hits, these fake motivations make you addicted to motivation. They make you waste hours of your time in a fake self-development cycle until finally you watch a video and feel motivated for 13 minutes. And then the cycle repeats. And this addiction can take your time completely away. And in the end, if you're starting something, you must be ready to see no signs of success for weeks, months, even years. And still you keep going. This is where motivation is nothing. This is where the system wins. And this is where habits build your future and your life. This video was inspired by behavioral science and the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, same as the previous video. And at the end, remember, the green doesn't stop, the journey never ends, and neither will we.